Welcome to the Forsyth Magazines podcast. I'm Brooke Eagle, your host, bringing you the stories of the people shaping our community. From business owners to local leaders, we'll explore their journeys, passions, and lessons learned. Let's dive in. Hey guys, we're back with another episode of the Forsyth Magazines podcast, and I have some returning guests today. I have Miss Donna and Allie with Fraleigh's Boutique. Hi, ladies.
Hi. Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been literally like 4 years.
No way.
Yeah, you guys were one of the first episodes that we did.
4 years?
Yeah, time flies.
Wow.
Right?
It does.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know. We won't let 4 years go by next time.
Okay,
we'll have you on
sounds
before
good.
then.
Yeah, you guys, your episode was October 15th, 2020.
Wow.
So yeah, almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Speaking of years, we were just talking before we started recording. Fraleigh's Boutique celebrates 44 years this year. Congratulations.
Yay.
That's
a milestone.
Yeah, I mean, we're hitting 20 years and we're super proud, but you guys are way more than double that. That's insane.
That's okay. It's
Your mom is proud. I know.
I know. She's looking down and she smiles every day, especially at all of the records that we have broken from the times, from the months before, from the years before. It's just, and I will tell you that I know it's because of my daughter-in-law, Allie. It's all the media stuff. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me when you were not raised with the media and the shopping online or the I'm always a touchy-feely try-on person, but that's not so. After COVID, that kind of sort of changed our way we did things.
Yeah.
And it has, out of all the bad stuff that came about COVID and everything, then all the sadness that you hear from families and not getting to visit in the nursing homes and the passing of people and all the sad stuff with COVID, that was a true blessing for us.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing for us because it turned our business completely about face. So
Wow.
90 degrees.
That's
180 degrees.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It is.
And it's cool because, in 44 years, things have just drastically changed. I mean, and that's why you guys have been successful, is because you are growing and evolving and changing with the times. If you tried to be exactly how it was 44 years ago, you wouldn't.
I know,
be
we
in
don't
business.
like change, but it's inevitable, and sometimes it's in this way. It made it for us for better.
Change is
but
the
I had
only
to have
constant.
young generation to do it.
Yeah, well, and I think that's kind of the beauty of Fraleigh's, is that you do have your generation and you have Allie's generation, and y'all are working together.
You do.
And I don't think it would be the same without both of you. You know,
Right. I agree. And it kind of has taken on, now when people call on the phone, they want to speak to Allie. They don't necessarily want to speak to me.
But it's me.
I am.
It's Donna.
But that was the way back in the day when me and my mom started the business. Everybody always wanted me versus wanting my mom, you know, and she was always at the desk doing the books, and now the roles have reversed and I'm always at the desk doing books. And when people call, they'll say, "Is Allie there?" And I'll say, "Well, let me get her."
It's so special how close
It
y'all are,
is.
because I mean, did you ever think, Donna, that you just had sons, that this would ever come to be, that you would have?
After having 4 sons, I mean, I felt like I was a pretty great mom, and I feel like I'm a pretty great mother-in-law. But to have the closeness that they have, I mean, I don't think that we could have, any of my daughter-in-laws, that we could have been any closer had they been my own blood.
Oh,
literally.
that's so
I mean,
sweet.
She's great.
I do.
She's
I
a great
pinch myself
mother-in-law,
every
but-
day. But
Yeah. Oh, because I mean,
it's-
a lot of people can't say that about their mother-in-law.
a lot of people can't say that about their own children, let alone their in-laws.
Well, and I bet
So-
you're a great grandmother as well. What do they call you?
Gigi.
Gigi.
I answer to Gigi,
Awesome, Gigi.
24/7,
Oh my gosh.
no matter what day it is.
I can see you
They
being
have my number.
the greatest Gigi of all time.
Yep, for sure.
So, Allie, how long have you been working at Fraleigh's now?
I guess this year's will be 10 years.
10
Because I
years?
started in 2015. so-
Wow.
Yeah.
What a milestone.
I know. It's hard to
think-
believe.
Did you think 10 years ago, like, oh, this is going to be like my career? Or did you think this was kind of like a temporary thing? Or what did you think back then?
Well, in high school, I worked in retail, and then, you go to college and you do all different things. But in 2015, I mean, I thought that that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like she said, with COVID hitting, it was kind of like it's either going to make you or break you. So coming up with new ways, it's exciting.
Yeah.
And I don't plan on going anywhere or doing anything else.
Yeah.
So
What did your husband think? Like when you originally started working with his mom, like what was his opinion on that?
I don't know that he really had one. I don't think he.
Yeah.
I think he was happy with it.
It's like, if
that
you're
it would be
good, I'm
something-
good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know how happy he is now because literally her phone
I'm
rings
always
24.
on the phone.
People,
He'll be like, he's like, no more Fraleys tonight. And I'm like, but I have to respond to these people. Like I always tell, because a lot of the women have my cell phone number who are not local. A lot of local women do have my cell phone number.
Yeah.
I'm always like, you can text me at any time. If I'm awake, I will
answer.
Respond.
Yeah.
I'm not one who's like, which I probably should put some boundaries in for myself.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm at home, there's no reason why I feel like I can't just send you, be like, yeah, I'll check on that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But sometimes he's like, okay, that's enough. Like, put your phone down. But
That's funny.
it's just part of it. And
Yeah, you're right.
you just build relationships with people. So, and also for some, like we have women who are not in the state of North Carolina who are in different time zones. And that's, they don't always remember like, it might be whatever time in Texas or Montana. And, it's then midnight or 2 o'clock here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, it's been so much fun to watch y'all's growth on social media, too. I know Donna has gotten so good at videos.
good.
Like,
No.
I just look forward to seeing her videos. And I know that was a lot of push from you to do that. What were you always on board with videos, or were you kind of like had to be convinced a little bit?
No, I've always been one I kind of speak up to what I believe. And, when me and Mom back in the days, the media that we did was when we did fashion shows, and I was always the commentator no matter what we did. And the first couple of ones, you write the cards out and you word for word, and then after that it's like it's too much work. I just
You just wing it.
you just wing it.
Yeah.
So I
Where
winged it
where
for
did
a
y'all do
while,
fashion
and-
shows at?
Oh, let's see. We did a lot for Christian Women's Club. We did some at the Piedmont Club. We did Forsyth Country Club.
You guys should do like a throwback fashion show at the store. That would be fun.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
Forsyth Woman would sponsor it.
That's you.
I think that would be so cool.
It would be fun.
Be like, you can
It'd be
get your
fun.
little cards out and do like you did years ago.
Oh, yes, I could. But I don't know. I've just always been able to talk about, I guess, and, since we do not rehearse anything, whatever comes out of my mouth, and sometimes it may be funny, sometimes it may be stupid, it may be a little winded, like I do a lot of times, but I just...
But it's you.
People say and that's what
Yeah.
people love about it.
It's authentic.
I think.
Yeah.
So,
It's funny. The other day I went back and watched some of the video, like, because on Facebook it'll have like your memories.
Yeah.
So here's
Sometimes
today's
those are awful.
Yes.
Sometimes
and
they're
you watch
good.
them, and you watch some of the ones when we started, and it's like, I guess we would have talked about it. You're like, because it seems so like scripted in a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then now to watch it, it's like, oh,
That's
we're gonna
funny.
keep going. Just
That's
we'll be
so
like.
funny. And I'm sure that they've gotten, not that they were ever bad, but I'm sure that they've
Yeah.
gotten so much better over the years. It's one of those things I always tell people, with any skill in life, the more you do it, the better at it you get. And so I'm sure you've
more
just
comfortable you get, I think.
Yeah. And so you've probably done hundreds, if not thousands of videos at this point.
We do one every night except for Saturday nights.
Wow.
So
And y'all have been doing that for several years, I feel like.
I would say it's been that consistent for the last 2 years, every
Wow.
night except for Saturday night.
That's impressive.
And let me tell you, if they don't get posted in time, they let us know. I'm like, they're coming. I can only let Facebook load so fast.
What's the, have you got any stories that come to mind of like a crazy comment or a crazy video that that you can share on here?
They're not too bad. They're all relatively good.
Yeah.
I noticed sometimes when you do a live video, you have the randoms that pop in,
gosh.
and those usually tend to be men who are inappropriate. And if they don't like your page or if they haven't interacted with you before, you can't do anything. You can't block them or ban them while you're on there. So you just have to like ignore it. And then sometimes they'll get filtered out on their own. But I mean, we've had a couple people who will say like they didn't like what she had on or that wasn't for them. And it's just like, and it's not always, we buy things
that's kind of the point. You don't want to buy something that every single person wants to wear.
Yeah. So, but normally, I mean, we have a great audience or group of women who watch us religiously, and
that's awesome.
I love all the new people. And then we've had people. I mean, people from Canada have been shopping.
Wow.
So, and some of the videos get promoted a whole lot more, and I don't understand why. And then we had a lady
social
from
media gods.
Yeah, like in the Philippines or however, and some lady on YouTube was from Europe the other day and was like, I don't know how I found you, but I watched you and enjoyed my coffee this morning.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So.
Oh, somebody's phone.
I'm like, what is that?
What is that noise? I think you guys, with your videos, it kind of shows the power of consistency because I'm sure it took many videos and many months to kind of grow your following and grow your people that watched and your viewership and all of that. But over the years, it's just cool to watch what consistency can do for a business. Consistency with social media posting, consistency with specific marketing, or just anything, really. I think that's very cool. I'm proud of you guys.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
So I know you go to market at least once a year. I guess twice a year, 4 times a year.
4 times.
4 times. And so next market trip is in April. What are some trends that you're excited about for the spring?
This will actually be fall.
Oh, yeah. You guys are way
fall.
ahead. Okay. Oh, so I guess what are the trends that you've already purchased for spring that we're going to be seeing?
Well, wide leg. I mean, so, for the longest time you had your skinny legs, and then it was your flare, and then it was the wide leg. And a lot of spring has a lot of wide legs.
Yeah.
So we've already gotten a lot of that in, but that was a big thing. And just getting people in to try them, because I'm not one who I like either skinny, like I have on today, or like a flare leg.
Yeah.
But I've reached out and tried some wider legs. So if you can get someone in them just to try it, and if we try to buy them from brands that we know, like, we like the fit of, French dressing jeans. So if they have come out with a wide leg, we know that's a proven brand for us. We will try it in that rather than,
Some
something
random
out of left field that you don't know how they're going to fit or the quality of it. So, but I would say wide legs and a lot of
Shorter tops.
Because
we've had the tunics with all the longer stuff.
Yeah.
Like embellishments, like whether the jacket has bling on it, whether the jacket has pearls or embroidery, you know, on tops and on pants and crochet too. That,
Yeah, that's big for spring.
Yeah.
things that are crocheted tops and
I guess
things
it's
like
something
that.
that you get used to, but is it hard to, so you guys are shopping for fall next month, next fall, is it hard to kind of work that far ahead?
Right now, it's not too bad because it's freezing outside. But come April when it's, a little bit warmer, Donna's made the comment this looks so dark for fall. And I'm like, well, we're buying for fall. So, and you know what? That's perfect. So
You got to kind of switch, switch your mindset.
You do.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a little bit harder to buy for spring when it's
Freezing
in fall
cold.
because but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of the retail world, Allie? Allie go first and then Donna.
I like going to the markets and seeing all the picking things out. I would say that's probably the most exciting.
Yeah. It sounds like you really like your relationships too, though, if you're answering texts at all hours.
Yes, I do. I like it because I feel like, we're old school because we don't have a POS system. So everything's, done by hand. We write our receipts and stuff. So I feel like with Donna saying how she's a touchy-feely person, she wants to feel the fabric. I feel like we do that for our customers.
Yeah.
So if we like the way it feels, if we can explain it to them, then when they get it, they know that it's something they're going to love. So being able to do that and
people kind of build a trust with you guys. Yeah.
they do. And it's amazing and it's awesome. Like we have people who, there's a lady who lives in Wisconsin and she's making her way down to Florida this upcoming week, and she planned a path to come to us to see it so she can, see the store. She buys from us, often, but it's just exciting, and I like to be that part, and I don't know.
That's very cool.
I guess I like to be needed and they need me, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool. What about you, Miss Donna?
Oh, me. Well, I think when you can, as Allie said, we like to touch and feel everything. And I think when you look at something, we have customers in mind when we look at something. We'll say, oh, that looks like Pat, or oh, that looks like Lisa. Cynthia would look great in that.
Oh,
and
that's
I think
so
that
sweet.
I think you build that relationship. And when people come in the store, I feel like they're family. It's come in at a girl that worked for us previously that moved away. She used to say, well, she always worked on Tuesdays. And she used to say, I think everybody comes in on Tuesday for therapy. So we have all kinds of therapy, whether it's retail therapy or whether it's mental therapy or, whatever. I don't know. I just feel like we always treat people the way that we would like to be treated. And I think that is most important, and everything is personal. When we go to buy something, we are limited in what we buy, but we hand and pick everything. We don't just have a broker that buys what they want us to have or what they're trending or whatever. We go and we pick everything. So whether it's a pair of $15 earrings or if it's a $250 dress, we've handpicked everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have got the best of the best. I feel like we always try to have quality for the price and the service. So.
And I think y'all have such a healthy mix of old school and new. I think that you handwrite your receipts. I think that's cool. But then also that you're active on social media. And I just think you have that perfect little combination of both that makes people trust you guys and also feel just comfortable in the store. Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yeah. So I want to talk about your formal wear. That's so I should know this, but when Fraleigh's originally started, was it only formal wear?
No, we did not even carry formal wear in the beginning.
So when did the formal wear come into the picture?
Actually, we were just a couple of years in.
Okay.
And I think what happened is one of our sales rep started representing a formal wear company.
Okay.
And we loved the sales rep and we loved what he had to show. So we kind of started venturing out into it. And as we did, our business kind of started growing. And now we have one whole section of the store that is formal wear. And we that is something that we definitely have to go to Atlanta to buy. We can't buy the formal wear at our regional shows.
Yeah.
So,
well, and that's something I would argue that you really, for the most part, need to try on.
You do.
It's hard to.
And it's everybody says, well, I can only a size 8. And I said, okay, that's wonderful. But just start looking through the 8s, the 6, 8s, and 10s. We know a size on either end because you never know. And some people come in with a mindset that they want a flowy, something very full, and then they leave with something more of a mermaid style. Or, so you may have in your mind what you want it to look like, but I feel like when you, especially in formal wear, you need to go with an open mind.
I totally agree.
And even shopping, it was just like Allie had said about the full leg pants. Do I like the fuller leg pants, especially when they're short, like a crop length fuller leg? No, I don't personally like them because I had to wear high waters for so many years because my legs grew so much. And I remember wearing high waters.
Traumatic memories.
Yes, it is. And I was always embarrassed, So it's like when I see the short crop pants and it's like, oh my God, it's because they're not long enough.
That poor girl.
So, that poor girl. So I feel like if you will just go you don't have to buy anything. Just go. Be open enough to try something on.
And to also not get set on the size. Because it
Oh,
does not matter.
absolutely. Size is only a number, just like an age, girls. I mean, it doesn't, it doesn't matter. It's how you feel and
It's
how
how
you
the
look and how
clothes
you
fit
represent.
you.
That's exactly right.
It doesn't matter what size it
And
is.
I mean, really, when you look at it, say take size 10 for it, there are probably no two size 10s ever that are the exact same size 10. I mean, nobody's hips are the same, or bust, or booty, or whatever. We all have different. 10 is just a guideline to go by. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a number it's a starting point.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to come look for a formal dress, potentially some of my family members for an upcoming wedding.
Yes, congratulations.
Thanks. So do you need to make an appointment? Can you just pop in? I'm sure you guys can order different sizes if needed, or how does that process work?
So you don't have to have an appointment.
Okay.
You can come in Monday through Saturday. We're open 10 to 5 on Monday through Friday, and Saturday 10 to 4. So anytime, you can try on as many as you want. I always encourage it. Pick out what you think you like and just try it. And if there's one you're unsure about, still try it on. You can have your clothes off.
Because it
just
looks
put
different on.
It does.
On
and
the
there's
hanger.
a lot of dresses who don't have good hanger appeal, and then you put it on, and half the time that's the one that they leave with.
That's funny.
But you can come in and try. There are certain brands that I can order from.
Mm-hmm.
Since COVID, a lot of them have cut back. They really only make what people order, so they don't get stuck with a lot of inventory. But like, for instance, Alex Evening is one that I have an app on my phone. I can check immediate stock, and if it's something that's in stock, I can tell you if it comes in other colors or things like that. And then if it's in stock, I can have it in 7 to 10 days.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a quick turnaround for them. But there are some other brands that what we have is what we have. So
yeah.
But
Well, very cool.
yes.
Well, ladies, it was so much fun to chat with y'all.
Thanks for having us.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks, Brooke, for having us.
We're not going to wait 5 years next time. I
No,
promise.
definitely not.
So tell us before we end the episode how we can find you on social media and online.
So we have a Facebook page, and it is Fraleigh's Boutique NC, I believe, for North Carolina. And it has a pink logo with the F for Fraleigh's on it. So you can like us there and follow, so you'll get all the videos. You can also like us on Instagram, or follow us on Instagram. I don't know the terminology for it. You can follow us on Instagram. And then we also have a YouTube. So if you don't do social media, you can go to our website and sign up to get the emails. We send out the email every night except Saturday nights, and it has a link to the YouTube to watch the videos.
Oh, very cool.
So we try to do it to everybody, because I have a lot of women who don't want to be on any sort of social media, but they want to watch, and you don't have to have a YouTube account or anything. You can just click on the link, and it takes you to it, and they can watch it. So.
Well, easy peasy. You've made it. You've made it for everybody.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thanks, ladies. As always, you can find Forsyth Mags on social media as well, at Forsyth Mags, and you can find all of our content on our website, forsythmags.com. And that's it for today. The views and opinions stated on this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our distributors or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Forsyth Magazines Incorporated. Whew, that's a mouthful.